Hi, my name's Frances Halliday, and this is my husband Trevor Halliday, and we are husband and wife. We've lived in Dulwich and the surrounds for most of the last 40 years, and we love living here. We think everything that we want is here, and we have many fantastic friends. Trevor is a painter and works in his studio quite often, most days of the week. You'll find him in there making paintings. And
including today.
And I have worked for the past 30 years as an interior designer, locally and abroad and various places, but I'm now trying to get myself a little bit of spare time so I can do some painting, because I actually started life off as a painter. Always thought I was going to be the next Cézanne, so there you go. So I'd like to have a little bit of time to just sit down and do some painting, and that's what brought us to London. It's where the galleries are, it's where the paintings are, it's where the culture is, and we missed it when we weren't here, so we realised this is our home.
And I love it because of where we are. I've got a lovely studio here. It's my only difficulty at the moment is my lack of mobility, and I can't get down to my studio in and out as easily as I did.
When we were looking for a house, we were coming back to London. So we'd had 3.5 years in the country in the house of my dreams that we took a long time to find, and then made even as more beautiful as we possibly could, and then realised that any house, no matter how beautiful, if you've not got your friends around you, it can be a lonely place. So we decided to come back to Dulwich and this area. We didn't know about this house. We'd never been into Mount Gardens before, in this little area of houses. So when the agent brought us, it was such a revelation. When he came up in this little car and he dropped us at the back and opened the gate and we walked in, and there was this little vision of loveliness. Just fell in love with it the minute we saw it. And it's lovely because it's Georgian, which is what our last house was, and the house prior to that one. So it's a period of architecture that we really like. And it was so peaceful and quiet, and sadly, unlike today, it was a beautiful sunny day, which we normally get a lot of here when there is any, and that's the combination of coming in to see it, being able to look out of every window and not there being nothing that you wouldn't want to look at. Everything was beautiful, so that was what sold it to me.
Well, I'm a painter, and being able to look out, I did say to Frances, looking out of every window, I could paint out of every window in this house, and there would be, something nice for me to look at, something that was stimulating. And it was, as Frances says, quiet. And you step outside now, all you can hear are birds. And we're within 4 miles of central London. I mean, it's amazing, really, from that point of view.
Well, I think the garden going right round the house, that's quite an important thing.
Yeah, it's surrounded by
it does give you a lot of privacy, which is great when you live, in a community like London. It's quite nice to have your own space and not have to listen to everybody else's barbecue and things. So that's nice. So I like that space. I like my ensuite bathroom, because I like to lie in the bath and look out the window and see the birds and the sky. And you must love your studio.
I do love my studio, yes.
Your studio. There are lots of paintings, some of previous houses that we've lived in, and some I've done here through the windows and things.
Most of the things I've done here, yeah.
Well, when I described to you when we saw this house, because when the agent brought us up here and he opened the side gate and we stepped in here, and it was like the land that time forgot. There was just no noise, there was birds singing, there was bees, there were flowers. It was beautiful, and I think I just stepped in and I thought, I've never actually come to a space and had it take my heart the way this did. And the funniest thing is my husband, who at that stage wasn't sure he wanted to come and live in the cottage, said, oh, that's it, I'm done for. So he knew for certain.
I walked through here, I thought, that's it.
We've got to have it. And so that's one very first fond moment, and that was 5 years ago. About now, 5 years ago, in fact. And we did think we'd be in this house forever. We never thought we'd be leaving it. And really, if it wasn't for Trevor's sort of lack of mobility now, I think we would still be here. So, but the other thing that I remember here is we had for my son and his wife Becky, they had when they announced the sex of the baby party. So we had a marquee in the garden, and we had lovely summer weather and a beautiful day, and then we burst a balloon and lots of little pink hearts came out, so we knew we were having a granddaughter, our first ever, and so we were delighted with that. That was a lovely memory. But all memories, so we've had such happy times here.
Yeah, we have.
You know, we've had, everything is happy here. Everything is happy. We haven't had a party or anything that we thought, oh, that didn't go so well, because what can go wrong in a place like this, you know? I would just say that this is a beautiful antique, and it's got to be treated with care and love, and it does take looking after, because it is something that is precious and worth having. And I think that if you love it, it will love you back. And I think if you don't do anything that actually damages the house, but anything that you do bearing in mind of how long it's been on the planet, and that we as human beings don't live 200 years, you know. This house will outlive quite a few people throughout its next 200-year period. So I just say, enjoy it, make it how you want it to be.
Look after it.
Look after it, and if you don't abuse it, I think it will be here for the next generation and the next generation thereafter. So our only thing to say to you is enjoy it and make it your own, you know. Enjoy being here, because it's a lovely place to be.